Here we are at the Holy Cross Cemetery. This cemetery is in Yeadon, Pennsylvania, which is part of the outskirts of Philadelphia. This location is approximately 15 minutes away from the Philadelphia International Airport. Established in 1890, Holy Cross Cemetery is one of the main Roman Catholic cemeteries in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. Many Catholic residents of Philadelphia were buried in this large cemetery, which is approximately 225 acres. This cemetery includes the resting place of H. Holmes, who was America's first serial killer, Congressman Thomas Foglietta, and also many mafia members, including Angelo Bruno, Mr. Miggs, also known as Antonio Polina, the Irishman Frank Sheeran, the Chicken Man Philip Testa, and his son Salvatore. In this video, we'll be going over the life and resting place of Angelo Bruno. Angelo Bruno was a Sicilian-American gangster. He was notable for being the boss of Philadelphia crime family from 1959 until his untimely death in 1980. Bruno was known as the Gentle Don or the Docile Don due to his preference for conciliation over violence, in stark contrast to his successors. We'll be going over more in depth if you check out our documentary on Angelo Bruno, which will be coming out soon. In 1959, Bruno succeeded Joseph Ida as boss of Philadelphia family. Over the next 20 years, Bruno avoided the intense media and law enforcement scrutiny and outbursts of violence that plagued other crime families. Angelo Bruno was known for keeping a low profile despite making the news. Bruno himself avoided lengthy prison terms despite several arrests. His longest term was 2 years for refusing to testify before a grand jury. Bruno forbade family involvement in narcotics trafficking, preferring more traditional Cosa Nostra operations such as bookmaking and loan sharking. However, Bruno did not permit other gangs to distribute heroin in Philadelphia for a share of the proceeds. The arrangements angered so many family members who wanted to share the drug-dealing profits. Bruno preferred to operate through bribery and soft power rather than murder. For example, he banished the violent soldier Nicodemus Scarfo, also known as Little Nicky, to the backwater of Atlantic City, New Jersey, after he was charged with manslaughter. On the other hand, the Gentle Don would meet his end not so gently. On March 21, 1980, on a rainy night, the 69-year-old Bruno was killed by a shotgun blast to the head as he sat in his car in front of his home near the intersection of 10th Street and Snyder Avenue in the Lower Moyamensing neighborhood of South Philadelphia. He was precisely hit below his right ear. He was gunned down in one of the most brutal and graphic displays of a mob hit. Please be advised about this graphic imagery that we are about to show you. Once again, the crime scene had taken place in front of Bruno's house located at 934 Snyder Avenue. Bruno's house is also the same block from his nemesis Antonio Polina, who lived on 926 Snyder Avenue, as you see in this video. The video shows what their houses look like today. Bruno was killed instantly from the blast of the shotgun. His corpse was going through rigor mortis with his mouth open after gushing out blood. During this time, the press creates a paparazzi frenzy displaying the violence on the Philadelphia newspaper and channels. When Angelo
Then we go to Cusses, man. Oh, we go to Cusses. It's a good place here. What?
This case, I looked the husband, and we're telling the police made a circus of this. I said, it's a shame. 2 hours.
That's got the clear pipe. Push 100. Oh. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100 That's when things start happening. Where's Bruno's candy store, Travis?
I have no idea.
One of these places was his, right?
I think.
According to several law enforcers, Angelo Bruno traveled around the country settling disputes among the mafia organization. He was a man known to often overrule violence. His Philadelphia family was reportedly into loan sharking and gambling, apparently avoiding drug trafficking and prostitution. Because of his reign of peace, many were shocked by his slaying, especially attorney Jacob Kosman, a longtime friend and legal advisor to Bruno. Bruno was under almost constant indictment by law enforcers in South Jersey and Philadelphia. Just last week, he went before the closed-door New Jersey State Commission of Investigation. Just last night, Kosman and Bruno dined together at Cuz's restaurant in South Philadelphia. Kosman left early, leaving his friend for the last time.
Do you think it's connected with the SCI investigation?
No. The SCI investigation was practically over already. Practically over.
Did people wonder, so it didn't have anything to do with him talking, or people worrying?
No, not the slightest.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Did he express any nervousness last night?
Nervous last night? He was only nervous when he thought I was going to eat some of his macaroni.
Sharing Kosman's shock were the neighbors of the reputed mob leader, who watched today as crowds of friends and relatives dropped by the Snyder Street home to give their sympathy to Bruno's wife, son, and daughter.
I was just totally shocked. I never believed that anything like this would happen to Angelo.
Why not?
Marvelous person, I thought. He always a gentleman, always had a kind word. I just can't say enough good about him, really.
Do you think he was tied to organized crime?
Well, I couldn't say yes or no. I don't know if he was or not. As far as I'm concerned, I knew him as he was. Perfect gentleman.
Throughout the day, hundreds of people have driven slowly by the house, anxious to get a first-hand look at where Philadelphia's Godfather lived. One woman made note of the address, 934. She said she wanted to play the number. I'm Mary Ellen Gallagher, Channel 6 Action News in South Philadelphia.
Angelo Bruno's death occurred, it had opened Pandora's box. Other Philadelphia family members found to be involved in Bruno's murder were tortured and killed. When Angelo Bruno had met his end, many people from South Philadelphia believed it was the beginning of the end of the mafia. In death, Bruno rests in the same cemetery with many of his friends and adversaries, such as his successor, Philip Testa, Antonio Polina, and the person who assisted him from the very beginning was Mafia member Michael Maggio. Now we will show you the resting place of the Philadelphia Godfather. Here is the resting place of Angelo Bruno. If you come around the cemetery, there is a yellow stone marker that shows sections of the cemetery. Angelo Bruno's grave is located at Section 32, Range 2, Grave 16. We will begin showing you the display across the screen. Angelo Bruno is buried at a huge family plot with a large headstone written across the family name Bruno. If you look on the side of the tombstone, it will show you his family members. His wife Susan Bruno died years later on July 17, 2007 at the age of 93. And is buried beside him. His son Michael Bruno is listed on the grave headstone as well and has his own private headstone located at this spot. You can also see the United States and an Italy flag along the headstone, showing the display of their roots and current residence. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to leave a comment if you like. And this is Infinitely Productions. Stay tuned.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinite Lee Productions. We love ya.